Hello, guys. So, of course, we always talk about overhated movies when it came to animated movies. I didn't expect that video to be that long, but we are now going over all other types of movies. So, basically, live action movies as well. So, what movies are overhated? Uh, Justin Bieber Never Say Never. As much as I don't like Justin Bieber, is this really deserving to be the number one worst movie of all time? So the number one worst movie, according to people, is the Justin Bieber movie. Like he's really just a teenager. Like his songwriting is not gonna be that deep. Okay, you know, yeah, and yeah. If Justin Bieber, yeah, and saying stuff like, if you like Justin Bieber, go jump on the folktale. Yeah, the millions of people who actually do like Justin Bieber. Imagine being a Justin Bieber fan in 2010s. Getting death threats and all this stuff here, or telling you that you need a therapist because you like Justin Bieber. Like this is just the absolute just why. If you like Justin Bieber, you need a therapist. And of course, we'll go over the movie that we talk about, Batman and Robin. So I talked about slightly at the end of the last video, but yeah, a lot of people really, really hate this movie. And it's mostly because millennials hate this movie. I watched it and it wasn't as bad as most of these millennials made it out to be. Yeah, the movie was, not as not a great movie, but it was an okay movie. It was funny and entertaining, which is what a movie should be. It should be entertaining. Okay, not every movie has to be serious. Okay, I get Batman is more known for being a serious series, but you can't have any like these people really hate Batman and Robin because there's too many comedic moments in this movie, literally. And of course they also don't like the costumes in the movie. Yeah, bad costume designs, disturbing scenes, and bad accent, especially from George Clooney. Oh yeah, this was 2010s when making fun of gay people was normal. Yeah, this movie, especially compared to a lot of these superhero movies of the 2020s and in the late 2010 of the 2020s, like Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness is far worse than this movie. Okay, um, especially Joker 2. The worst Batman movie is Joker 2. Okay, not by far. Okay, I know Batman's not in the movie. I don't think he is in, but Joker is still a Batman character, so he still falls in the Batman universe. As a then we go. Oh yes, Twilight. I never liked Twilight, but is it really deserving to be the fourth worst movie of all time? You would think you have a movie like Cuties on this list, a movie that actually deserves to be like a number one. But we have Twilight. Like, I didn't like the movies, the Twilight movies, but is it really deserving of the fourth worst movie of all time? Like, you have movies like Cats that exist. You have movies like Cuties. You have movies like Captain Marvel. You have movies like The Marvels that exist. And, of course, you have this movie, but that's at number two. And, of course, you have the Emoji Movie. You have Dragon Ball Evolution, which basically just desecrated on Dragon Ball a lot. The old Mario movie, I know that's a movie part of its era, but Twilight, the fourth worst movie of all time? And I know, like, seriously, don't judge a book by... Yeah, you guys... Really, the whole reason I hate the Justin Bieber movie and Twilight is because during the 2010s, everyone hated Twilight and Justin Bieber because girls liked it. Yeah, really, the whole reason these people hate Twilight is because girls like it. Same thing with Taylor Swift. Okay, they really didn't like the fact that people avoid Taylor Swift songs. They were saying that you are some obsessed Swiftie, and girls shouldn't have opinions on music and movies and games. Like, the amount of sexism the top 10s has is just off the charts. Any other movies? This movie deserves to hate. This movie is garbage. Never heard of this movie before, but people, are really guys voting for this movie because you don't like the title of the movie? Haven't watched this movie, haven't heard this movie before, but, so I don't really have an opinion on it. Yeah, Food Fight should be on this list. Really, High School Musical is on this list. This movie again is being voted because kids like this movie and girls like it. Same thing with Twilight and the Justin Bieber movie. Is it really deserving to be in the same Ballpark as Food Fight, which is generally considered one of the worst movies of all time, or the Cat in the Hat live action remake version. Also, Dragon Ball Evolution should be in the top 10. I don't think it is in the top 10 yet. Son of the Mask is in the top 10. Um, I haven't watched Son of the Mask, but I heard that no one liked this movie. And also, it doesn't have Jim Carrey in it, so it automatically sucks. So, yeah. But High School Musical amongst the worst movies of all time? Really? Okay, so we all are off to a very bad start here because this is what top tens is a product of its time. No one uses the top tens anymore. So it's gonna be mostly people voting for stuff because it was popular in the early 2010s. Justin Bieber, Twilight, and High School Musical. It also so happened to be a lot of things that girls like the top tens hate things girls like. I have noticed this a lot. Let's go to number 11. Zokotusio. The Emoji Movie, Disaster Movie, Fred, Epic Movie. I haven't seen any of these movies. The Room is a movie that people. The Room is one of those one of those guilty pleasure movies. As well. Okay, the whole point it's the people who created The Room really created it because it was supposed to be like a joke movie. It was supposed to be a bad movie. Okay, that's the whole point of this movie. Okay, like you know, the movie was genius because it was meant to be bad. Okay, they literally created the movie because it was supposed to be bad. It was supposed to be a low budget bad movie. Okay, that became very infamous and gained a massive cult following. Okay, like that's the whole purpose of The Room. So the whole point of The Room is people unironically like the movie. And people who unironically hate it are just really just dumb people. They don't understand it. Okay, it's a joke movie. It's not meant to be a serious movie. Okay, as well here, it's meant to be a non-serious movie. Okay, next movie, Battlefield Earth, Birdemic. Yeah, these are actually bad movies. Jack and Jill. Let's just talk about Adam Sandler in general. Okay, I know Jack and Jill is like actually. Oh, we're gonna have to talk about. We already talked about Frozen. Adam Sandler movies are very overrated. Like some of his movies are like Jack and Jill is not a good movie, but a lot of people hate his movies. Okay, and really, I think people voting this up is because they hate Adam Sandler in a nutshell. That's why movies like Pixels are so hated, not because of the story or plot, because people hate Adam Sandler for some reason as well. But his movies always tended to do very, very well, despite the overwhelming hatred Adam Sandler gets. Like he gets the overwhelming hatred alongside stuff like Frozen did. Like I never really understood it because I watched his movies and I thought they were funny. Maybe I just have a bad taste in humor or something. And then we had to talk about Frozen. Yeah, Frozen is really one of the worst movies of all time. You know why people? I already discussed Frozen in the last one, the first part. So, Superman 4, Home Alone 4, Alvin and the Chipmunks. Really? This is amongst the worst movies. Like, I never really liked the Alvin and the Chipmunks movies, but really? Amongst the worst movies of all time. Like, I don't really like the Alvin and Chipmunks movies. I thought they were pretty okay, but but there were still a lot of people who liked these movies. Like, they still made a lot of money. The last one, they stopped making them after the fourth one as well. But these movies still made a lot of money. Okay, whether you like them or not. Okay, as well here. Like, I think it's just people hate Alvin and the Chipmunks. Period. There's a lot of people who just hate Alvin and the Chipmunks. So yeah, like for number 55. Yeah. Oh yes, Catwoman. It was an okay movie, but is it really amongst the worst movies of all time? Not really, but it's really at like 27. Also won. It was also awarded a Razzie. So but is it really amongst the worst movies of all time? Like, it is probably the worst movie we discussed. It's a mediocre movie, but is it really like on par of this movie or Murder Dead Go to Die? Um, you know. Oh yeah, we already discussed Justin Bieber. People were just voting for it because they hate Justin Bieber. We already, yeah, Adam Sandler's movies, of course. I remember someone actually told me this was like one of their favorite movies of all time. I didn't really understand it, but yeah, but is it really more like people just voting because they hate Adam Sandler? I really don't understand the overwhelming hate for Adam Sandler. Like, really, it's just dumb. Well, we're skipping over all these movies. Of course, I Hate Everything made people hate this movie. If you have never heard of this movie before, well, I Hate Everything talks about this movie, and it became one of the most infamous movies of all time. Just saying that, okay? Jar, The Last Jedi. I don't actually do not like The Last Jedi at all. But is it really like it's a bad movie? But is it really amongst the worst movies of all time? Like it's a bad movie, okay? But I just think it was a boring movie, okay? Yeah, at least I'm finally done with the prequel hate. But you know, but yeah, it's the worst. It's the worst Star Wars movie that's actually a Star Wars movie, not counting the holiday special. Is episode one even on here? I remember it used to be like on here because people were voting because they hate Jar Jar Binks. Yeah, the rest said I think around 44 is a decent spot for the movie. It's not the worst movie out there. Oh yes, the movie yeah. That's the top tens would raveled up Twilight, two Justin Bieber movies, and High School Musical because girls like it, but they're not gonna vote up a little pedophile movie. Yeah, that always tells you everything about the top tens. High School Musical, we always talk about High School Musical. Walk of Ages. Yeah, a lot of these movies I've never heard of before. Superman Returns. And the first comment is stick to Batman, people. Superman is lame. I've never watched this movie before. A lot of the Superman movie. Yeah, a lot of people. Oh, people only hate this movie because they didn't roll up to the original Superman. Yeah, that's stupid. And the Star Wars bubbles are very, very stupid. They're very, very dumb. Okay. As well. Okay. Oh, the next movie. This movie is a very divisive movie. Napoleon Dynamite. I never seen it, but a lot of people hate this movie. A lot of people hate this movie. A lot of people love. I think besides The Last Jedi, it's probably here because it's one of the because it was the most divisive movie. Napoleon Dynamite is also a very divisive movie. Yeah, yeah. Of course, Caillou's gonna be here. I'm just mentioning that Caillou's on. I didn't know they even made a Caillou movie. Hannah Montana the movie. Yeah, people voted up because they hate girls. Yeah, same reason they vote up on the High School Musical movies. They vote up the Hannah Montana movie because they hate the fact that girls like it. So I don't like Miley Cyrus at all, but it's really amongst the 100 worst movies of all time. Like the kind of movie I understand 100%, but they're really voting these movies up because girls like it. Yeah. I hope in the Chipmunks. We already discussed that in the Chipmunks. Dumb and Dumber. Jim Carrey's on this list? You would think that Jim Carrey be immune from the hate. But no, even Jim Carrey is here. Okay. A lot of people must hate this movie as well. Okay. Yeah, a lot of people hate comedy movies, it seems. Dumb and Dumber, you know, Adam Sandler. I thought Jim Carrey was like the god of comedy. But I guess even Jim Carrey can't save Dumb and Dumber from top tens after. There is really no comments. I have never heard this movie before. Oh yeah, it's 50 Shades of Grey. Really, the same people who hate Twilight hate 50 Shades of Grey. I actually thought the 50 Shades of Grey was a sequel to Twilight. It isn't. I found that out. But yeah, a lot of people who hate Twilight also hate 50 Shades of Grey as well. Is it really amongst the worst movies of all time? Like, really? Amongst the worst movies of all time? Of course they have to fucking put Cars 2 on this list. Of course. Okay, like, Frozen fans, they got it dirty, but Cars 2, like, this movie's probably, I think Cars 2 is the most overhated movie of all time. Okay, like, I haven't heard of like half of these movies, like 90% of these movies on this list, but Cars 2. Cars 2 is worse than Northern North in 1998 Godzilla. Okay. Yeah, if you don't know Godzilla 1998, they basically it's basically the Dragon Ball evolution of Godzilla movies. Thankfully, we have the MonsterVerse Godzilla movies that actually are real Godzilla movies. They had Suicide Squad on this list. But I think it's is that I think is that movie actually called Birds of a Feather? Actually, it's called Birds of Prey. Sorry, I thought it was called Birds of a Feather. No, it's Birds of Prey. Yeah, Birds of Prey. Um, Birds of Prey, I think, could be on this list, but really, Suicide Squad? Yeah, people really hated this movie. I watched it once. The most boring movie I've ever seen. I have not seen The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi is the most boring movie I've ever seen. Suicide Squad is just. Why is it on it? Like, this doesn't really deserve to be on this list. And it made me too hate, like, people are now people are saying they miss Zack Snyder's DCU, okay? They missed the old DCU, but then when you discuss the old DCU with them, they'll tell you how horrible it is. Like, you can't please these people. Like, you know, like, they really gave people what they want, and then these people were like, well, it's not a real movie as well, okay? And basically the whole reason they hate this movie is because Ron Tomatoes said the movie sucked. Yeah, and of course, I think the main reason they hate Suicide Squad is the Joker. Yeah, the Joker wasn't barely in this movie, but they hate the fact that they quote unquote ruined the Joker. Of course, I still think he's like the worst version of Joker, but all the other Joker performances are iconic, except for Joker 2. Yeah, Joker 2 is still worse than Suicide Squad. It's not even on this list. Yeah, we got the priority straight right away. The Slender Man movies on this list, yeah, deserves to be on this list. Fantastic Four 2015. A lot of people really think this is like the worst Fantastic Four movie ever. It is. It should be way higher than Batman and Robin. It's way worse than Batman and Robin. The Smurfs 2. I've never been a fan of the Smurfs, honestly. If it were being realistic, we could add every single Smurfs movie because I don't like them. But we're being objective here. I don't think it deserves to be on this list. Okay, like really, like what's the hate for this movie? Yeah. There's no reason. It's just here, just to be here. Okay. Bye, man. Oh my god. Chicken Little Wheel type of Freebirds. I actually liked this movie. I thought it was pretty funny. Basically, they go back to stop people from eating turkeys. Basically, and they eat pizza at Thanksgiving. Yeah. But the thing is, pizza's not very good for you compared to turkeys. So, the reason why people hate Freebirds is because it's basically vegan propaganda. The worst movie ever. They actually have Titanic on list of worst movies. They actually have I never really cared about Titanic, but the fact that the fucking top tens added Titanic to the worst movies list is the most hilarious thing I've ever seen. I get there's so many memes about this movie, but come on. Just because there's memes about the movie doesn't mean it should be on the list. Okay, like, this is just going too far. Like, yes, people do make fun of Titanic sometimes, but just because people make memes and jokes about the movie, and most likely the memes and jokes about the movie are references to Titanic, which is just pretty funny as well. Like, the second worst movie, you know my least favorite, I think it's probably Frozen. Okay, yeah, this Frozen's worst movie. Okay, I think it's okay, so what is its second worst movie? But there could be Frozen or Disaster movie. Minions. We all discussed the Minions in the other video. What the fuck is National Lampoon's Prejudice? No, thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Alice in the Wonderland. I haven't watched it. Of course, the Phantom Menace is on this list. Of course, it wasn't as high as I thought it would be, but Of course they hate the Phantom Menace. Of course, the main reason for this movie's hatred is Jar Jar Binks. Yeah, I think this movie is very very overhated as well. Okay, like there's not a single redeeming quality to the film. Oh yes, the epic final battle and the epic orchestral soundtrack are not redeeming qualities of the movie. Okay, like not even Dual Fates, not even this. Like the CGI was pretty good for the 1990s. Like, come on, like you're comparing this movie compared to modern day CGI. It's like saying like for example, you compare Walking of Dinosaurs, the 1999 version, to Prehistoric Planet. Like Prehistoric Planet, of course, has better CGI, but Prehistoric Planet using modern day CGI. Okay, Walking of Dinosaurs did a pretty good job with the CGI in 1998. Same thing with the Phantom Menace as well. Okay, it was made in 1999. Like, and of course, the fact that they say there's no redeeming qualities. Yeah, you think that the Duel of Fate is not a redeeming quality? You're stupid. Hulk. Yeah, yeah, that movie wasn't good. Oh yes, the Bay. Oh yes. Surprised we haven't seen Bayformers yet, but Bayformers movies, of course, are very overhated. Probably along with Icars 2 and Batman and Robin are amongst the most overhated movies of all time. Okay, as well here. So people hate Bayformers because it's made by Michael Bay, which is a very stupid reason to hate the movie. Okay, and you know what the funny thing about the Transformers movies? They try to make more story-focused Transformers movies and less movies about the action. Guess what? The movies had less people go watch them. Okay, I get the rise what was that movie called again? I actually forgot what the last Bayformers was. The one with the evil Optimus Prime, that one. That's the only one bad one he made. I actually watched all of them. Only bad one was the fifth one. As this movie sucked totally, the second half did. Don't get me wrong, a viewable back since but this one was boring. That's a bunch of robots fighting in the desert. I can't even stay awake during this movie. I never wait. Oh, so you never liked Transformers? That's always saying something like that. Okay, Transformers is something that kids love. Oh, it's a PG-13 movie. Of course, this movie is gonna be PG-13 and have PG-13 humor and jokes in the movie. Okay, like, yeah, the top 10 is making stupid reasons to hate the movie. Like, you know, I missed the feature week in the dislike comments on the top 10. Yeah, if you don't know, the top 10s removed the dislike feature before YouTube did. Wonder why? Batman vs Superman, Dawn of Justice. Yeah, this movie sucked. But this movie probably for this someone. But I heard that but the reason why Batman vs Superman, the whole movie was like underwhelming. But I heard there was a longer version like that's actually like the original version they were going to play, and I heard that version was actually much better. So yeah, the ultimate cut, the ultimate edition. So the movie, kind of like a Justice League, there was a better version of the movie they re-released. So yeah. Are there any other movies here? Cloverfield. Yeah, Cloverfield sucked. I know it makes some people angry, but it's a literal monster movie where they don't show the monsters at all. Like if they imagine making a Godzilla movie and Godzilla was not in it. Like, why? Like, why? Like, why did they make a monster movie and the fucking monsters are not even don't even get any screen time? It's like, it's basically Godzilla 2014, but they even have less screen time for the monsters. That's like Godzilla 2014 is my least favorite Godzilla movie. Okay, because you gotta have a healthy balance between the monsters showing up and the humans showing up. Like, I think if Cloverfield would have been a much better movie if we actually saw the monsters destroy things. Like, I think everybody would have been happy to see at least 10 minutes of that throughout the whole runtime. Okay, the monsters, destroy stuff. Like, that's why, Rampage and the, the Monster vs. Godzilla movies are much better than Cloverfield. We already talked about the War Axe. Zootopia's on here on the worst movies list. That's the most hilarious thing in the movie. I thought that movie was critically acclaimed, but again, they had Titanic on the list. So yeah, I don't like Zootopia that much, but it's really amongst the worst movies of all time. Yeah, Zootopia was pretty disappointing, but that's because the movie was disappointing. Doesn't mean it's amongst the worst movies of all time. Spider-Man: Far From Home. Yeah, I actually do not like this movie that much anymore. Like, I used to like it, but once I've gone over, I realized that the movie isn't as great as the older Spider-Man movies. Yeah, that simple. I don't care if it's in the fucking MCU. Okay, I don't give a shit. Okay, I still didn't care for this movie. The Incredible Hulk. I don't even remember Incredible Hulk. I watched it once and that's it. The Amazing Spider-Man. Yeah, yeah. Tornado Genesis. Yeah, no one liked that movie. Gravity. Yeah, a lot of people really hate this movie for some reason. I don't know why. So yeah, Gravity won like best pixel or something, and a lot like won like awards or something. And people were like really pissed at won awards. Like people were really pissed for some reason. And yeah, this movie was kind of boring, but yeah, a lot of people really hate this movie. Okay. Vote this and all these good movies are not going to be on the list yet that some people hate is very hard. Cats will be in the top 100. Well, breaks the internet. Star Trek Beyond, epic. Yeah, not really any movies that really deserve. Oh yeah, Crystal Skull is on here. Yeah, a lot of people hate the movie because of the CGI alien, because of the aliens. Yeah, people really hate. Yeah, it's just dumb. You know, especially considering the fact that the Dial of Destiny exists, which is the worst Indiana Jones movie. And even I think this is the second movie. It's just, no, it's the fourth movie. The second, yeah, they hate the movie because there was aliens in the movie. Like really, like this is just really stupid. And yeah, you know, like these people are just really like yeah, this is mostly like peak 2010s hate, okay? I know it's a lot of these movies is because of these older people hating the movies because it ruins their beloved IPs for some reason. Like, people didn't realize how good they had it in the 2010s. If the worst movie was Crystal Skull and Batman Robin, okay, you know, yeah, but we're gonna go over the rest of the top 200. Really? Pearl Harbor? Yeah, people hate this movie because Michael Bay directed it. Even then, it was a very accurate portrayal of the bombing. It was a pretty, as well. It's not, of course, 100% accurate, but they really have the first Batman movie on this list. Yeah. They really added it to the list. I'm surprised this one is not up higher. That one should be like a number 10, number top 10. Rogue One is on this list. Like again, people hate the Disney Star Wars movie, but Rogue One is the exception to the rule, okay? Yeah, I think they have okay.